Welcome back. Joining me now is Don Hill, right?
Hi there. Yes,
hi.
Yep.
And you're from, say the name of your business.
Squared Chair.
Squared Chair, and say the motto of your business. I love it.
Bringing new life to furniture time is left behind.
Excellent. Now, a lot of times I do a segment called a pin test. I see things on Pinterest and I give it a whirl, and a lot of my things work and a lot of them don't. And I'm starting to see some beautiful rehab furniture, but nothing as good as yours. So I wanted to bring you in because you're really an expert on this. How did you get into, I guess, transforming these pieces?
Well, I was a mill hand for 15 years and got laid off, and kind of hard to find a job, and decided to start, looking at furniture and painting it, because I heard there's a need for it, and people that want it, and it has taken off to be a very neat thing.
It's a very neat thing. It's working out as a totally fun business for you that's creative. Let's just show to start this piece here, because this is a special piece. It's a regular kind of, where'd you find the chair? How did you, what's the deal?
This chair is actually a custom order from a customer.
Okay.
And they are big time into gardening, and she kind of gave me free rein, told me just
This is what I
have
like,
fun with it and go with it. So I thought about it, and these are the colors that I come up with. And my daughter is a very good artist,
so she made the
I had her
watermelon.
draw the watermelons on for me.
Okay.
And
This to me is the most complicated thing you've got. I want to let people know that Facebook.com Squared Chair to see more, and your Pinterest page Squared Chair. So this is kind of like I said, our pin test to the next level.
Correct.
You've got all of the examples of the things that you're doing on that. And if you're in the Toledo area, Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan, you can visit and get a piece from you.
Right.
But if you're trying this at home, you need to follow him, because his ideas are they rock your socks. Okay, so now here's this next one. I love this. This is beautiful. You just a regular end table.
Yes.
Where do you get your furniture that you're going to do this stuff to?
I go to a lot of garage sales, estate sales, flea markets, and pick up the pieces that people are getting rid of or don't want anymore. And
Is there a piece that speaks to you, like, oh, I definitely know this? What do you look for kind of when you're deciding?
I try to go for an older looking piece.
Okay.
They seem to have the better attraction to people when they're painted, and they look a lot nicer.
And we've got some examples of some of the pieces that are on your Facebook or on your Pinterest page, which I loved. There's one right there. If you look at there, that is similar, teal colored. But I think what you did creatively here was the hardware. You switched out the hardware. I never think of to do that. Yeah,
I changed the hardware on a lot of my pieces. It really brings the color of the piece out and makes it pop, and it really stands out.
I love that. It's just a nice accent piece, and again, that teal color. We've got a piece here right on the counter that this is brilliant, because everyone has an old dresser that they've got drawers and all this kind of stuff, and you turned it into a sort of a memory or a note board. And tell us what you did for this. You can put a pin in there, right?
Yep, you can put a pin inside here. And I took and painted chalkboard on the side, so you can write notes, so you can write a note or pin a message to a family member, hang it in your kitchen, living room, bedroom, so you can hang little notes.
And you did then 2 hooks at the top of the drawer.
There are
so this
hooks
gets
here.
mounted on the
You can hang it on a wall, or you could set it on a table.
Either way.
Yep.
Either way. But just think about it's taking a drawer and thinking about it in a little bit different way. A piece that's also, again, I saw on your wall was a bench that you took, so you did some fabric work with it. You took it and covered it, and it just did it to the next level. There's the bench. I love that. Did you also switch the hardware out for that?
Yes, I did. That is actually a dresser.
That's a dresser.
Yes, that is a dresser that I cut down and made a bench. And excuse me, you can put it at the foot of your bed, anywhere in your living room, and sit on it. Put it at your door, and you have the drawers that you can store stuff in. And
hats and gloves.
Yes.
Okay, so what I want to ask you then, we see these things on Pinterest, and I try to replicate them. What do people do wrong when they paint furniture?
A lot of people just use normal paint.
Right.
You can't just use normal paint. Well, let me rephrase. You could.
But you're making it hard for yourself.
Correct, because you would have to prime the piece. And doing it the way that I do it, you don't have to prime the piece at all. I use Sherwin-Williams paints.
What's it called? Color Top? Color what?
Color to Go.
Color to Go.
Color to Go.
Okay, so Color to Go.
Yep.
And so you don't do too much in the way of sanding. We
No.
thought this piece was beautiful. It's
Yep.
ornate. It's different. You found it at a flea market garage
Yes,
sale.
yes, I did.
Okay, and so, but you did fill in a couple of
Yes,
nicks.
there was a few nicks in the piece. I took and put a little wood filler in, sanded everything down so it was smooth, and I
Okay,
used
and
sanding blocks, and
And that's it.
yes, that's it. This piece is, and wiped it down.
Ready to
This piece
paint.
is ready to
So
paint.
what is your grand plan for this piece?
This piece will be a London Fog color, which is a really light gray color, and I will probably put French graphic on the top, just
So-
to kind of bring it out and make it look, you know, really.
Je suis la table.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yes.
I am the table. I think that's what I said. Okay, so so let me see this paint because I
Okay.
thought that I would need when I painted my kitchen table, okay,
Correct.
and I sanded it, I primed it, I painted it, and then I sealed it.
Correct.
It took me 5 years. No, I'm
Right.
just kidding. It felt like that though.
Right, right.
My kids went away to college and I was still painting that stupid thing. So I did way too much, right?
Right.
Okay,
right.
so you sanded, you filled, a little
Yep.
sand, little fill, and this paint is
This
a miracle.
This is actually a mixture. It's called chalk paint.
Chalk paint.
Yes, you mix regular paint with a little plaster of Paris and a little bit of water.
It's just a mix. Did
just
you
a
come
mix.
up with this mix or did you?
Actually, there's recipes on Pinterest and there's recipes on my Pinterest for
Okay.
mixing this paint.
Oh wait, well, so that's where we'll go is to your Pinterest for that squared
Yes.
Pinterest squared
Yes.
chair. I of course will link it, but so let me see. Are you going to paint a tiny little bit so
Yep.
we can see how that looks? And when he talks about the scroll work on top, I've seen a couple of pieces like that right now on your Pinterest page. You've got some a black dresser, I think. The other thing I saw on your page was a red dresser. There it is, or actually a side table. It's
Correct.
a little bit more modern of a piece, mid-century modern kind of a end table, and I thought that was just fab.
Yes,
I
very
love
beautiful piece.
I love it. Okay, so my question is, how long is it going to take you? To do one piece like this?
It'd probably take me a couple days to
To get this all the
get
way
this completely finished with all of the detail work and the legs and everything. And I also do like 3 coats of paint.
You do 3 coats of paint.
3 coats of paint.
How do you not get drips? Because that's the other jankety jank looking thing when I paint. It'd be like,
Right.
oh, look it's
It-
got bubbles or drips.
It happens. It
Okay.
does happen. With this paint, you have a little bit of time.
Okay.
If you can
If
catch
you
it,
see it starting
yes,
to do,
you
the-
can catch it, or you can take, just like with any regular paint,
Mm-hmm.
you can sand it out and just go back over the area.
Beautiful. All right.
And-
I'm going to say again your Pinterest page, Squared Chair,
Yes.
and Facebook Squared Chair, and Twitter.
Yep.
Squared Chair. If
Yep.
if you want an expert on doing this and you want creative ideas on doing this, this is the way to go. Thank you so much. I can't
Thank
wait
you.
to see the finished product, and I will link it on fullplate.tv. Perfect.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you.